Advice for teenagers. So today we're going to be talking about perfection. So multivaried, but there are reasons why someone has to be perfect. The fear of failure and judgment, or nothing thinking, validation dependency, control and anxiety management, cultural and familial conditioning, internalized ideals or identity, and comparison and social pressure. Perfection is a very complex issue that a lot of people actually go through, and on the outside it comes across as, you know, this perfect and everything's going right and you have this facade of competence, but meanwhile deep down on the inside you really are struggling with a lot of problems and you don't allow people on the outside to see it. Most of the time you're trying to hide your fear or your insecurity. The problem comes in is that because you have this obsession with being perfect, oftentimes it leads to people doing honestly nothing at all. And then the symptoms worsen when it comes to anxiety and procrastination, and it's just this awful cycle that just perpetually just doesn't end. Now I can do a whole series on how to overcome it, but quick advice is just, it's something that you first have to be aware of. And then after you have that self-awareness, you then need to take a step back and go, you know, why? Why do I have this incessant need to be perfect? What is that underlying cause? And you can genuinely only deal with it once you know what the problem actually is. Now, as always, this is not a blame game. Oh, it's my dad's fault. My dad has so much pressure on me and wah. Yes, okay, fine. That is the reason. But this isn't a blame game, because it's all fun and dandy blaming people, but that still doesn't get you out of the pickle that you find yourself in. Sometimes enough is good enough. Oftentimes your perception of something is not necessarily the truth. Especially if you have a perfection complex, what happens is that your distorted view of reality is not necessarily what it actually is. So your work might be really good, but to you, it'll never be good enough. It manifests in delayed submissions of assignments, procrastination with work, avoiding anything that is performative, dropping out of school or out of courses. Meanwhile, it's a very difficult thing to overcome, but yet the strategies are actually quite easy at the same time. So I will be going more in depth into it, but yeah, chat soon. Progress over perfection.